Hi YouTube, I'm Autumn Beckman. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So here's the thing. I filmed this unboxing last night and then I went to edit last night and I noticed that my whole intro wasn't there. I think I thought that I was recording. Well, obviously I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So I don't have the actual unboxing, the very beginning part of it, but I'll show you the box and how it was packaged and tell you the little backstory that I said last night, and I'll make it quick. I'll try to make it quick. So I ordered this bag from eBay from a Japanese seller, or seller in Japan, and that was the first time I'd ordered from a seller in Japan. I've heard lots of good things, that they have really strict laws there, so you're unlikely to get a replica bag. I don't know how true that really is, but that's what I've heard. And so I made this purchase and I had this weird experience right afterwards. So usually on eBay, you make a purchase, you pay for it, and they ship the item, like the purchase is final, right? Well, the day after I made the purchase and paid for it, I got an email from the company in Japan that said all these things about shipping and customs and how things get stuck in customs and it could take a while and they're not responsible for that and you might have to pay duty fees and all this stuff. And then they said, if you still want us to ship the item, email us back to confirm. I've never had that experience before. I thought that was kind of weird because I already paid for it, so of course I want you to ship me the item. Apparently they had, that's my dog you hear running through. Hi Baron. He's silly. He runs everywhere he goes. So apparently they have had a few people give negative reviews because things have been stuck in shipping or in customs. Most of the reviews were positive. They had a lot of reviews, and of course I looked at that before I purchased from them. Yeah, so I just thought that was kind of weird, and because I hadn't bought from a seller in Japan before, I wondered if it might be some kind of scam, but then I was feeling like they were probably just trying to cover themselves and be overly cautious. So I went with that route, and looks like I was right because I got my bag. And it only took about a week to get here. I thought it was going to take 2 weeks or a month or something, but it didn't. It got here very quickly, so I guess it didn't get stuck in customs. I did not have to pay any extra duty fees, so that's good. So the bag that I got is a black Louis Vuitton bag. I talked about in my wish list that I wanted one. It's not the Empreinte, it's a vintage bag. I talked about 2 other bags in that video, and this is one of them. I researched on Amazon, not on Amazon, on eBay and other sites. I looked at a lot of different bags. I found that the cheapest ones were going to be on eBay. This bag tends to go for around 500 plus on places I usually shop, like The RealReal or Fashionphile or such. I got this one for a few hundred less than that, and so I got an excellent price on it. It was a buy it now, not an auction. And this bag, I don't remember, I'm sure I talk about this in the last night's part of the video that you're about to see, but this is an older bag. I've had in mind that I wanted one. The ones I kept looking at on eBay were from 1995. This one is from 1987, and I had in my mind that I wanted the 95 style, but then I saw this and I was like, oh, that's different, and it was in better condition. This particular one, or at least it appeared to be in better condition. You'll see if it is. Yeah, so here we go. Let's show you the box real quick that it came in. Let me make sure that I'm not showing you any personal information here. So here is the box, pretty big box, and it was dented up. They didn't put, they wrapped, well, let me just show you how the bag was wrapped. So the bag itself was stuffed with a cheap dust bag and some newspaper, and then it was wrapped in bubble wrap. And the only other protection they had in the bag was this newspaper. And when I opened it last night, I thought it was really cool because it's on Japanese. I assume that's Japanese because it's from Japan. I don't know characters, so but I thought that was cool, so I have that little piece of Japan there. And that's it. So the unboxing starts here. Okay, so I got it open, I got the stuff out, and something I'm noticing right away, I just was saying that I keep the bag open. This one looks like it's been stored closed because it just pops back into this position naturally. And I think that's really pretty. But it might make it a little difficult to show you the inside. And there are things on the inside that are different from the newer bags. And when I say newer, again, I'm talking 1995, so not new bags. I'm not familiar with the new bags, but I was looking at the 95 ones. So it has that Epi lining around the ridge. I think that the ones from 95 had that too. I'm pretty sure. And then it has that suede that you find inside of Epi bags. But on the newer models, the 95s or the 90s bags, it was that suede the whole way through, and some of them have a zipper on the back, some have a D-ring on the side. This doesn't have any of those. It's just suede all the way around, except on the sides here where there's the strip of leather down the side there. There's a strip inside too. You see that? I know it's hard to see. I'll lighten the video up so you should be able to see some more, or see it a little better. And then this is going to be really hard to see because it's really dark down here. But the bottom is not suede, it's canvas, just like in a Neverfull or something, or a Speedy, you know. But I thought that was interesting, and I thought that, oh, it's really soft too. And I thought that that might be a little easier to clean, maybe, I don't know. But the inside, you're not going to be able to see it because it's so dark, but I mean, it is spotless. It's perfect. I need to find the date code to try to show you too. It's usually, date codes on the Noes are usually here. Oh, here it is. So this will be hard to see because it's not imprinted very deep. So you can see it there. That's an older date code. It says 872A2. The 87 means it was made in 1987, and I don't remember the 2. The A2, I believe, is the code for France, made in France. So, lovely little thing. It's gorgeous. I'm telling you, I just really, I say I lucked out. I do luck out in finding them, but I also do a lot of research. It's not like they just fall in my lap. I really look around and look for bags that are in great condition. And that's something I've learned over the few years that I've been collecting Louis Vuitton, is don't settle on a bag that's not the condition that you want, or that has flaws, because it's worth it to pay a little more to get something that's in better condition. Because these are forever bags, and maybe you'll damage it at some point. You don't want something that's already damaged and you're just going to make it worse. What else can I show you here? On the strap, it's 2 pieces of leather that are glued and sewn together, and then down here it's 1 piece, and it's not suede on one side. I think Hey June has, her vintage Noe has suede on one side. That's what I was talking about when I mentioned that the straps have changed over the years. On my Noe, which I used the strap for today on my Delightful, but I don't have it next to me. Mine is thicker strap than this, but that's also a bigger bag that's meant to carry more. So I think what I'll do is scoot over, move the camera a little bit, and show you some modeling shots so you can see how it looks in a size comparison. And maybe I'll get out my Noe, I'm calling it the Noe, and show you a size comparison too. Not do a full thing, but just show you a quick comparison. And while I'm talking about comparisons, here it is next to my Speedy 30, since I happen to have that out. And I'll show you the bottoms on them. So definitely smaller than the Speedy 30. It's probably more like a 25. And as a matter of fact, let's measure the base and the height in case you're interested in a bag like this. So this is about 9.5 across, and this is in inches, 7 inches deep, and then the height is about 10.5 inches. So that gives you an idea. And then strap drop, and again, this is an adjustable strap, but strap drop here looks like about 11.5 or 12 inches. Okay, I'm gonna pause and move things around. All right, so here she is on me again. I'm 5'3" and I'm not tiny. So here's how it looks. This shirt is kind of big on me, but my waist is like right here. My top of hips are here. Kind of hard to see that. Let me just pull it a little tighter. Maybe that'll help get an idea of where it falls on me. And there's the back. There you go. So that's how it looks. That's the size. Okay, I got a few things out so I could do a couple of really fast comparisons for you. So here's the Petit Noe. Sorry if that's noisy. Next to the Noe GM. So there's the height. There's the width. And then I'll show you the bases. Here you go. Actually, that looks pretty similar, doesn't it? So the petite's a little smaller, but yeah, that's interesting. It does seem like kind of the same size. This seems a lot smaller to me, but when you put it next to each other, they look very similar. I also wanted to show that bag to you next to the Neverfull MM. So I'm just gonna throw in a bunch of comparisons here for you. So there it is, height. There's the width, and then the bases. Whoops, that's kind of floppy. Okay, there you go. So that's a lot smaller than the Neverfull. And then I figured while I've got all this stuff out, and I talked about the Delightful yesterday being about the same size as a Neverfull MM. So again, this is the old version of the Delightful PM. I'm just gonna hold this up. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but that, can you see? That gives you an idea of how similar those are. And I'll definitely do another video just comparing these two, but while I have them out, thought I'd give you a little shot of that. I also have the strap from my Noe GM to show you what I'm talking about here, so you can see how thick that is and how it's two pieces sewn together, and then how thick the top is compared to, trying to put this down without the hardware making a lot of noise, compared to this, quite a bit thinner. And then I can hold them up next to each other. That's probably helpful. Let's see. So I think you can tell there how much thinner the black one is from the vintage Noe. So, but this is a bigger bag. It's made to hold 5 bottles of champagne, so it has to have a really heavy strap that can hold that weight, whereas this bag is not big enough to hold that much champagne. So you could fit a couple of bottles in here, maybe 2 or something. You'll know that's what the Noe was invented for, right? It was to hold 5 bottles of champagne. That is my winery bag. I bought it for that reason. This is a very new bag for me. It's my first Epi piece. I had that Epi Speedy that I got a while back. I had a video on that and it had mold or something inside, so I sent that one back. But I'm gonna try this one, and it's gorgeous, but I'm not as excited about it as I was about the Delightful. I think mainly because it seems a little smaller than I thought it was gonna be, and the stiffness of it. I feel like it might be a little difficult to get in and out of and find my things, but I'll let you know. After I filmed this, I put my stuff in the bag last night, so I just want to show you that. And I also added these bag charms. I have just a black tassel and my LB Facetti's bag charm. And then I also put these snap hooks on this bag, just like I did on my Noe GM. So that makes it more easily removable. And I'm gonna get different snap hooks for it, because you can see the strap isn't, or the hook isn't narrow enough. But yeah. Let me show you the inside and how my stuff fits. I like it better now that there's stuff in it. It hangs better on me with a little weight on it. But it does fit all my stuff. I was saying I wasn't sure about the size of it. It fits everything. It's a little tighter than it is in the Neverfull or the Speedy or the GM Noe, but it fits, so it's good. I'm good with it. That's it. So I will talk to you later. Thanks so much for watching and have a fantastic evening. Remember to like, subscribe, click the bell notification icon, and follow me on Instagram if you're into that. I am Autumn Beckman there too. Bye guys, have a fantastic night. Bye.